Hey folks, it's Ray Bessette. I'm here with client Howard. We just completed a leg workout. Our sessions last for an hour, and if you do legs with me for an hour, you're going to get your money's worth, I can tell you that. Right, Howard, what do you think?
It was an awesome workout. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, great. What we do is we do legs on one day, and then we alternate upper body and lower body. So we'll do upper body next time. And we work out 3 days a week for about an hour. And during that time, we talk about food, what you're eating during the week.
Yes.
And so that's very important because right now that Howard has been done working out the biggest muscle group in his body, he needs extra nutrients to build and repair. And what's so nice about weight training is that once you're done, you continue that metabolic process of burning fat. And God, Howard, you've been with me for about 36 sessions. Actually, it's our 38th session now.
Yes.
And you remember how much you weighed?
I weighed 203.
Yeah, you remember what your goals were?
Yeah, I was to lose quite a bit.
Okay. Actually, Howard and I go back quite a few years ago. And Howard is an athlete. He raced or rode a lot of bikes.
Yes, I did.
And did really well. And we're trying to get him back to his road racing days, or at least that look.
Yes.
And so it's easier once you've been an athlete. It's easy doing, well, it's easy with me anyway. But being an athlete previous, you know, that saying that you've heard that muscle has memory, it really has. It really does have memory. And Howard's muscles does not have amnesia, that's for sure. He's gained some muscle and lost quite a bit of fat.
Yes, I have.
And
you can see it on my waist already. It makes me feel very good.
how about your clothes? How do they fit?
They feel a lot looser now than they used to. I've probably gone down like 3 inches in my waist.
That's great, fantastic. It's almost like your wife has a new husband, kind of like,
Yeah, yes.
or at least the old one's back,
Yes.
I guess. Anyway, so you know, using your clothes as a constant tape measure is great, but actually seeing it on paper is better. I have a bioimpedance scale that if you've seen my previous videos, you've heard me talk about, and it actually breaks up your muscle. So when you lose weight, you're going to lose one of three things. You're either going to lose fat, you're going to lose water, or you're going to lose muscle. And if you don't do things right, you might lose a little bit of everything. So you were just talking to me about somebody who lost 40 pounds of fat through an operation.
Yes.
And another person lost like 100 pounds.
Lost 100 pounds after.
And what happened after that?
After a few years, she put it back on, all 100 pounds of it.
So she really wasted quite a bit of money, huh?
Wasted quite a bit of money and put her health in jeopardy because now she's got 100 pounds on, plus all the trauma that she went through when she had the surgery.
Right. And the other thing is you're going to have a skin issue because you lose weight so fast. And anytime that you just cut out your calories without any kind of form of exercise, anytime you reduce calories, you're going to run into problems. Now, what's the definition of calorie? It's how fast something burns. It's a measurement of bringing your body, your water temperature up 1 degree Celsius, or 1 degree Celsius. That's all it is. So when you deprive yourself of calories, you're going to gain fat, or you lose water, you'll lose some muscle, but you're going to gain fat back because it's not sustainable. It can't be. And you got to remember, when you take in calories through the process of digestion, you're burning calories while you're eating. My God. So I tell people if they're going to starve themselves, I said I'd rather have them eat bad, because the outcome of either starving yourself or eating bad is the same. It's still fat gain. So anyway, I got Howard's numbers here, not just his look and people complimenting on how he looks, how different he looks, but I also have some numbers from my bioimpedance scale. Your starting weight 3 months ago was 203.
Yes.
Okay, we just weighed you last week. You're down to 192.
Yes.
So that's about 12 pounds, 11 pounds. Your body fat percentage was just under the obese category. In fact, it says over here, over fat. Nobody likes to see that. Obese is even worse. Anything over 30% of your body fat, 30% body fat ratio to muscle is clinically obese. And most people that work out are obese, they don't even know it. Some of them are diabetic and don't even know it. So all they're doing if they're doing cardio is just burning sugar. Here we burn actual fat, because we're not just burning sugar. The sugar is coming out of our muscles the sugar that's floating around in our bloodstream goes into the muscle, because muscle loves sugar, and it cleans up your blood, cleans up your insulin. Then you're going to be a calorie or a fat burning machine, not just a sugar or just a muscle burning machine, but a fat burning machine. So anyway, you started at 29%. Now you're down to 23%, which puts you in the healthy category.
Yes, it does.
That's great. And how old are you?
I'm 61. I'm gonna be 62.
Wow. Okay. So then, it's important to get your body fat down for
Yes.
health reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fitness is like, what have you done today? It's not about what you've done lately. It isn't what you've done in the past. It's about what you've done today. So you really have to work out all the time.
Right. And be consistent, I think, is the
Yes.
rule
Yes.
word there that you want to do. Your fat weight. Now, this is what's so good about the bioimpedance scale, is that I can break him down. I can say that, okay, you lost 11 pounds. What was it? Fat, water, or muscle? It's got to be one of those three. So I'm looking at his fat weight, and you lost 8 pounds of actual fat. And that's, if you ever looked at what 5 pounds of fat looks like, it's about like this big. It's huge. That's 5 pounds. He lost 8 pounds. Okay, and you gained 3 pounds on the muscle side. Now, water has a lot to do with it too. So to gain a pound of muscle is almost impossible to do in a year. Okay, so, and Howard's put on about 3 pounds, but he also gained water. That saturates the muscle. So his water weight is at 56%. The scale also tells us what your percentage of water is. If I have somebody come in and they said they lost 12 pounds, and I look at their water weight, and their water weight percentage is 30%, congratulations on your water loss, because that's all you lost. And I usually ask people if they have headaches all the time, and they always say, yeah, I got headaches all the time. Well, what is dehydration? What is a symptom of dehydration? Headaches. Bingo. So they're coming to me because they starved themselves or ate very little, thinking that they're going to lose weight, and they will on the scale, but it's not sustainable, will not last. So anyway, they gain it back. They come here, and I can tell by getting them on my scale because of the percentage of water. Your percentage of water is 56%. Now, that's great. Anything over 50% for men is really good, and women. 45%, because women do not have as much muscle as men, so they get a little bit of slack on the percentage of water. Remember, your muscle can hold 86% of water in your body. So muscle is very important, and the water, of course, dehydration is very important. You have 107 pounds of water in your body. It's quite a bit. So when you get on that scale, and every morning, what do you usually do? You wake up, you're dehydrated, you urinate usually, then you get on the scale naked. You're going to be the lightest you are in the day at that time. That's why people do that. It makes sense. You don't want to do it at 5 o'clock at night or right after you ate dinner, because you're going to be the heaviest you are in the whole day. So anyway, this printout or the scale that I have really keeps people honest, and it really tracks their progress. If I see things not going the right way, we can make adjustments. Speaking of diets, how do we change how do we manipulate your food or your nutritional intake without causing a big commotion in your life?
But basically, to cut out the carbohydrates and the sugar.
Right, but I didn't just go, okay, if it's white, don't eat it. If it's this or that, don't eat it.
No.
We did a little bit at a time.
Yes.
And some people think, like for an example, peanuts, or peanut butter. Oh yeah, that's great. It's not good. It's terrible. Peanuts are not even a nut. And it's certainly, if it's coming in a can and it's on a shelf with a cartoon figure on it, how can you think that's good for you? It's going to start out with hydrogenated something, okay? Because you could take a can of peanut butter and put it in the garage for 3 years, and it'll still be peanut butter, okay? Because it's been adulterated and preserved so much. But anyway, those are the type of things that we talk about during our sessions, and we just take one food item and replace it with another one that's better, that Howard can live with. And that's the main thing. I mean, I could just go, Howard, here's your diet. Boom.
Right.
I could tear this out of a magazine and say, here's your diet. Well, Howard may not like everything on there. And there might be certain combinations. If there's coffee, he goes, what do I put in my coffee? Okay, things like that. So when I have, we take pictures of his food. So I can look on a daily basis, hey, you're on track. I give him a thumbs up with a smiley face when he's made the good choices. And then sometimes when they're not very good choices, I say we'll talk about it next session. And that's it. I'm not here to scold him or anything like that. We're just trying to get a happy medium that he can live with, still hit his fitness goals, still weight train, and that's all there is to it. Folks, that's it. You don't have to be complicated. A lot of times you see things on TV, read things in magazines that are complicated. Well, guess what? Things that are complicated sell stuff. I make it simple. I don't need to sell anything. All you have to do is just believe and understand. Buy into what I'm doing. It's worked for me for almost 60 years. God, I'm catching up to you.
That's not a good sign.
No. By the time you're 61 years old, most people are on 14 medications on average, most Americans. Okay, how many medications are you on?
I don't have any.
The medication you're on is the gym.
That's right.
And that's the best prescription you can have.
Yes.
Anyway, this is Ray Bessette. This is Howard. Howard has been doing great. He's feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yep, sleeping good.
Sleeping good.
And you're not deprived in eating, right?
I'm not deprived in eating.
Look at that. Okay. Anyway, Ray Bessette signing off. Thanks for joining in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ray Bessette, and you can visit my website at raybessette.com. Anyway, this is Ray Bessette and Howard signing off, and we'll see you next time.